Hello, today I'm going to talk about the Gcorse UpMaps and more specifically how you'll upload your map onto your particular bike. Gcorse make maps for Ducati, Honda, Yamaha, Aprilia and obviously Moto Guzzi. In your box you'll get the little T800 carbon fibre module, that's that little round part you see sitting on the seat there. When you order your T800, you'll actually order the OBD cable that'll actually go with your particular bike. For me, I own a 2021 V85, so that makes it a Euro 5 model, so I have ordered the OBD Euro 5 cable. So with that in mind, we'll move into a bit of video footage that I've created that has an inset of the app as well as the screen of the bike, so you can see the whole lot being integrated from start to finish. So I'll see you in there. So this is the plug we are looking for, this red plug here, and it allows you access to the ECU, this little plug here, and then this is where the T800 plugs into. And then this light turns green. If you turn the ignition on, this will then connect to the bike itself in the app. So this is us now in the app. As you can see, it has saved my original map already, which is great to have because I actually thought I would have to buy the original map if I ever turned the bike back to standard. So that's a nice feature to have. In this clip, it's just firmware. It's really just showing the firmware of the T800 module. If we go back out, we'll go back into maps here. And in here is the map that you'll upload onto your bike. This map I actually emailed Gcorse because I wasn't sure which map to go for because I've got the Mass Moto decap pipe and a storm muffler with the baffle removed, and I wasn't sure which one to go for, so this is the one they actually emailed back to me. So if anyone's running a non-Zard system, this is probably the map you'll want. So let's move on to installing the map. First of all, you hit the install, then you press go. It then checks that the ignition's on and all that sort of good stuff. Now what it does is it downloads the map using your Wi-Fi or your mobile signal. So it downloads the map into the app first, because I don't think it actually keeps the maps on your phone. The only one it keeps on your phone is the actual original OEM map. So I'll not have you sit here and wait till it downloads. I'll fast forward you to the point where it starts uploading the map into the bike. So this is also almost downloaded. What actually happens here when it gets to 100%, it continues on. You do have nothing else to press. But what you'll actually see is all the dash lights starting to flash like mad. You'll see a big red square up here where the eagle is on the dash. So here we go, there you go. All the indicators flash, this big red alarm on the dash. It pretty much stays here until, if I remember right, it's about 85%. And then it'll ask you to turn the ignition off and press OK. And then it'll ask you to turn the ignition back on again. So again, I'll not have you sit here waiting till it does its thing. I'll speed you up and we'll be back in a few seconds. So this is us almost done at 85% here now. What do you see? The thing, there you go. Shut down the ignition, turn ignition off, press OK. Wait a few seconds, it'll tell me to turn the ignition back on again. There we go. Turn the ignition back on. Press OK. Job done. That's how easy it is to upload your map onto your bike. But there is one thing that I need to tell you that isn't in the manual, and it's not on any of the PDFs that they supply. So in this next clip, you'll see the engine light flashing like crazy. This light didn't go out the whole time during the first test ride. When I got back to the house, I emailed Gcorse, and in fairness to them, they got back within about 10 minutes. They replied in Italian, so I had to use Google Translate, so it's not quite perfect, but I was able to pick up what they wanted me to do. So basically, you have to let the bike warm up. So what I did is I just took it for another short ride. You have to sit on the bike with the stand up, and then you have to rev the bike to over 6,000 RPM and let it settle back down to tick over, and you have to do that 3 times, and on the 3rd time that engine light will go out, and that's exactly what it did when I did it the 2nd time. So that's the extra tip. I don't know why they haven't got it in any of their instruction manuals or any of the PDFs they send you. I actually emailed them back and instructed them that they really should be doing with putting that into the instructions. But anyhow, that's the end of this video, and I hope it was of use to someone, and I'll see you at the next video. Alright, see you then. Bye.